Oh, we're building Harry Potter Legos on Thursday. We're gonna be building them on Thursday. He landslide up instead of trickled down. Exactly, right? Terrible. Okay, perfect. Much better. Listen to their stories. I was amazed at how interesting and heartbreaking most of their lives have been. They just wanted someone to see them and hear them like human. Exactly. Reagan promised to never raise taxes, dropped them year one from individuals and corporations, then raised them in every following year of his term for individuals until back at the original rate definition of corporate. Yeah, he sucked. And speaking of Reagan, I mean, the only reason why I'm bringing it up is because I'm watching this show, but right now I'm watching, because I watched Apollo 13 for the first time. What did you do with your mouth? I've been in pain and my neck is swollen, and then I also have lip fillers, so sometimes it swells, but like, it's literally just my lips. Like, you know, I chose to do what I would do with them. So I watched Apollo 13 for the first time like a week ago. So then now I'm currently episode 4 into the show, which I highly recommend. No, we're gonna be playing Zelda in like literally a few moments. I highly recommend. It's called From the Earth to the Moon, and it's actually made and produced by Tom Hanks and the gentleman that did Apollo 13, the director. Tom Hanks actually directed it. Ron Howard, there we go. Yeah, it's a good show. But here's the craziest part. You know what's so crazy? Is I really didn't, and I know this, like, this might be like a stupid thing of me to say because I love space and shit, but I had no idea that we are the only ones to have ever landed on the moon. That Americans are the only ones to ever land on the moon, and that we are the only ones who have ever gone, and we've only gone one time. Because everything else has been rovers and stuff. But that just like blew my fucking mind. I was like, you mean to tell me no one else figured out how to get to the moon? USSR went, they did not land on the moon. Are you sure they landed on the moon? Yeah, only America landed on the moon. Only the US landed on the moon. They beat us to space, but they are the only, Americans are the only ones to land on the moon. Allegedly. No, for real. Like, you guys, like, who do you think, like, what do you guys think when you think these, like, crazy stories and you think, like, oh, we don't know? Like, hello, you can't keep a fucking story in the world today. And if you think you can, you're an idiot for thinking so. Like, all of this shit gets out. You can hear all of the Russian literal actual audio tapes of all their failed space missions. There was no one else that ever went to the moon. And if you don't think so, or you think I'm wrong, then you're like, you can't keep secrets like this. You could not be more wrong. Okay, well then I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up who else went to the moon. I'll look it up. I have no problem looking it up. But I don't think like there's not all these like secret things happening. We didn't not go to the moon. There have been 6 moon landings, not 1. But only by Americans. Okay, maybe I'm saying it wrong. How many times did a person set foot on the moon? Okay, here we go. So then Cade lied to me. So as part of the Apollo NASA 25 9 missions to the moon between December, blah, blah, during 6 successful 2-man landing missions, 12 men walked on the lunar surface, 6 of whom drove lunar vehicles as part of 3 missions. Only Americans ever walked on the surface of the moon. I washed his bed, so it's like all fucked up. It's not the way he likes it. He's like, you washed this shit, and now it's all lumpy. Beautiful boy. Beautiful boy. He went on a hike today. Are you a beautiful boy? I hope I get this other female dog that I found for him. But eggs are expensive. I have a question though. Are eggs expensive because of the bird flu, or are eggs expensive because grocery stores are upcharging it and they're not giving the money down to farmers? Is that why? It's not just bird flu though. It's not just, it's both. Exactly. Both stories. It's mainly grocery stores because there is more than enough eggs out there. It's mainly grocery stores because there is still more than enough eggs out there right now. Farmers are just not willing to sell if they're not going to get that. If they're going to mark them up in the grocery store and they're not getting it, they're not willing to sell. Bird flu did cause a lot of problems, but we're not going to reap those problems for another 6 months. I did a whole deep dive into it. Shaolin Chris, thank you for the 10 months. Be a true A-list celebrity and raise your own hens. So pork would kill any chickens I have. Oh, I had to take the beanbag chair out of here or it was never gonna fit out. It's so much bigger now. Are you really? He's gonna sleep with you too. You're gonna love him. I might have another female dog by then. Yeah, I found the most beautiful dog. Let me see if I can find a picture of her. So I'm hoping I get approved. We'll see. No, I can't find it. Okay, let me turn Breath of the Wild on. No, it's not better. It's literally however I feel most comfortable. So it's a Jack Russell Terrier, but it's silver, long hair. It's a female, she's 10. And actually, after a back incident, standing is like one of the worst things. So like I can only walk now. I can still only walk for about 35 minutes a day, like consistent walk. I can walk like if I'm able to sit down often. Oh, thank you so much.
Anonymous tipped $3.33. Can you do a new scene with Carry On?
Sure. When my back isn't fucked. Okay, let me open up the capture 4K.